All right, chat. I got a interesting one today. Today we're gonna be spectating the #1 Peni Parker Full Metal Lamps. This one is particularly interesting because everyone always says I'm a Peni hater and that I, quote, don't know how to play her, that's why. No, you are wrong. Peni is just inherently not a good character, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But the best part is there will always be people who end up getting to the highest ranks on those characters, even if they're not good characters. One of the most beautiful things in hero shooters, even the shittiest of shit tier characters can be one-tricked and played to the highest rank. That doesn't mean it's a good character to pick most of the time. That also doesn't mean that someone hates that character when they say they're not good or not strong. Now that that's out of the way, I figured we should watch a little bit of what it takes to play and succeed playing Peni Parker at the highest level. So here we are, game 1, 33-6 down here on the winning team, 12 final hits. That's a kind of a crazy stat line. The most impressive of these will always be to me is this one, this number right here, is deaths being so low, and also solo tank. Solo tank Peni, crazy. Let's go. Time to see what it takes to be the #1 Peni Parker. So, small little Peni tech that I know. Wow, Flats, you know Peni techs? Yes, I do. Peni moves faster on her webs. What you are witnessing here is them effing out of spawn using the movement tool. Boom, drops a nest. Or drops the webs. Then they immediately drop their nest because the webs are going to give them shield and they move faster while on the webs. And then they're going to cancel it. Boom, it's already coming up. It's getting canceled. I think it already got canceled, right? I don't think it took damage. Boom, runs there through the webs. Cancels it right away. Surefall's on the other team? No, Surefall's on his team. Oh, that's our Thorgo right there, playing magic. That's funny. So, small thing I've already noticed. After they get through here, the setup has to be really quick. Immediately looks to the left, sets up some webs here, and starts tossing mines to land on the back of the webs. You might notice though, look where they're trying to put them. They're trying to put it so like, if they walk through, they'll explode. Like they have to actually cross through. They're not trying to like put it deep. It's setting up a little trap on the corner, and then they did the same thing again. Look at how much they've mid-maxed this tech. Put webs on the corner, allows them to move quickly, gets to the end of the webs, boom, immediately cancels the nest again. These small little mid-maxes are, I think, required to be playing Peni here. Goes for high ground control and immediately drops the webs for healing and for shield. And now they're just gonna hold this space up here. You cannot frontline on Peni like you cannot hold space the same way these tanks are. It's why Peni feels weaker in comparison to a lot of these other tanks, because if you're playing these frontline hold space traditional tanks the same way as you play Peni, Peni goes boom. Why? Because you just headshot her 4 times in a row on Hela and you fall over. So you're gonna have to do more creative plays like this, which is the fun part about watching players who are really, really good on some of these more niche characters, because this is what it takes to be insanely good. And now he controls this high ground. He's probably gonna pop some mine. Oh, actually gives up the high ground, cancels the mines up top to immediately drop behind them. Holy shit, and just drops it on their backline and assassinates their backline with the magic and is playing dive Peni Parker. Setting up some more mines on the ground, using the webs to cover them, setting up these little traps, and look where they're setting up the traps, right next to the health pack, so good chance somebody's gonna walk down here, look to grab the health pack, boom, walk into it. But also, you gotta realize they're not being super obvious with it either. Like, if you look where the webs are, it looks like these are very small things, but mental things, right? Like, if you just see a random web sitting on a health pack, there's a good chance you're gonna look at that and go, there's probably some mines on that, right? And so down here is their actual nest, and you can see all the spider webs reaches all up here. And then this is just a small extension, right? So seeing all the webs around here, there's a good chance they're not thinking as much of there being a trap right here, because it's right on the edge of the web as opposed to just dropping in the middle of it. Small things. So this is the most frontlining I've actually seen out of a Peni, or out of them so far on Peni. And they're still poking a lot of backline. Another thing I noticed, I think they're a tap aimer. They're not holding left click. So running in with the magic, making some space with the Iron Fist and the magic. Otherwise, I don't think you would typically want to run in like this with Peni ult. I don't think it's actually very valuable to do that in a normal fight. But they have the coordination, they have the communication of the dive with the magic and with the Iron Fist. So they're probably calming in game of like, okay, like we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, I'll pop ult. Peni bumps people up, knocks people up, has extra shield, and puts down the mine. So it's like, it's actually a good engagement tool in this case. Helps poke the Star-Lord. That was a very interesting Star-Lord ult, to say the least. Plays underneath here. Oh, actually gets out. Decides to give it up, waits for the Luna ult to come out, drops back. Always looking for DPS and support picks. They're never really shooting tanks, ever. In which, you know, obviously you want to get those backline kills, but, you know, when you play tank, you actually are shooting the other tank quite often to keep them, like, back them off your team. On Peni, it's just not even worth it. You just don't do enough damage. You don't have enough power. So, they're really just pressing backline. And you have more range than, like, on, say, some other tanks like Magneto. That was kind of dominant, but they just... Their first fight is the most interesting, like holding high ground and then dropping on their backline, and then after that playing really slow and just holding space. Their mid-maxing of the nest is crazy for movement, actually crazy. So they actually hit the flank here, which is pretty smart because what's likely going to happen is even if they're TPing, their support line's going to want to play back here in this corner, this back corner over here, and so he's going to be set up ready to go to flank them. They teleport though, so backs away, and also has that whole trap set up behind him.
This is gonna hurt.
Always setting up traps everywhere. Namor gets webbed. Oof. They do not frontline. They never frontline. They're always off angling. Oh. Punisher was a little bit spooky there. They just can't kill the Strange. They just don't do enough damage, which is why you never really see them shooting tanks. They're always looking to get those side kills on their backline. Pops ult, probably just kind of survive here because they had really low HP. You get that extra shield, and also you're healing on your webs. And they go down. Peni ult is just really not that good. So I'm assuming, other than that first fight where they use it as an engage tool, it's typically a survival tool. But like, for a lot of tanks or a lot of characters, right, you don't want to ult in a fight like that, right? Like, it's like you're gonna save your ult for the next fight, but Peni ult's kind of so bad that chance that people could come back and save you, that chance that all of these things could happen is kind of worth taking it, because what's the alternative? I like that they lob these mines over the backline, and they always try to make sure, another thing I've noticed, they always try to make sure they always have at least 3 or 4 counted up. They don't just like spam it, because they want to have like big burst moments. Ooh! So webs the wall here, and their Invisible Woman actually would have died. The Invisible Woman would have died right here, but the Luna comes running in with ult. They just play so aggressive as a team, running in. This is just a good team overall. Like, obviously the Peni play is impressive too, but just the way they all commit together, really the key. I like this little trap they've got. Baiting somebody to come up here and take the bait, and the Punisher does take the bait. Unfortunately, the mines were a little too far in. Only one of them was close enough to explode, but could have killed him. And it was very close. It's like, you guys have ever seen the Rage Bait Spider-Man stuff? That feels almost like Rage Bait Peni, where you're just f***ing with them on the side, hoping someone would run over to you and take the fight, and they explode. So Pop's Peni ult, most likely I would assume to run back to point, help contest, because they're solo tanking in this case. Unluckies. Ooh, the F just hit the table. That's unlucky. But they kind of wasted rocket ult, so that's pretty good for them. Penny ult's just so fucking useless. My goodness. But they get value out of using it as like a little mobility tool for engage tool, like very rarely, stuff like that. So hitting the flank again. They love this rollout over here because they don't want to frontline, and they get caught. That is the danger. That is the danger of taking these really long rollouts. Unfortunately, they were kind of set up, ready to go. But, you know, you probably look at that right now and be like, what are they doing? They're feeding. Yeah, they kind of did feed a little bit there, but that's how you have to play. Like, that play works most of the time when they do it, and that's how they're getting value, is being on those flanks. Unfortunately, they were just set up ready to go. And sometimes the enemy team can make a play and do something good, or be ready for something, and then they're gonna have to adjust for the next fight. And there's nothing wrong with that. That doesn't make it bad. That doesn't make it a bad play. It doesn't make it a bad idea. It is still a good idea. It's still the right way. But not always is it gonna work out perfectly. So it sits on the corner there, waiting to build up Luna ult to walk in. Now they have Luna ult up. Oh god, rocket team up. That's fucking terrifying for any tank. Oh, yeah. You're just not gonna survive. I think he tries to get close enough to try to web him and burst him down, but they just have so much healing. You're not gonna do that. Once the DPS were dead, you're not able to do much there on Penny, even with the Luna ult up. You're just gonna get rolled. And here we are again, mid-maxing the rollouts. Mid-maxing it, they get there so quick, and they get a trap set up on the corner. Oh, and now they're underneath. Breaks it again, puts it back in the corner. Wonder what the reason for that is. What's the reason for this? So they put it here. Realize it's not, whoops, not good. Then puts it there instead. Is it because it reaches up through the floor? Because it does reach up through the floor here. I know there's a tech with the floor. I know that. I've literally shown it before. First off, hang on, let me explain. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that's a tech. I think that's a glitch. I think that shouldn't be in the game. I don't think you should be able to put the Penny webs through the floor and hit people above you. I think that's bullshit, personally. But they're obviously taking advantage of the character as much as they can. And that's, you know what I mean? Whatever. They fixed it. Did they fix it though? Is it fully fixed? Oh, it did get patched? So then what's the reason for... That's interesting. I don't actually know the reason why they would reset it. Maybe it was just like they want it deeper in the corner. Let me just watch their gameplay for a little bit. Maybe I figure it out the answer with that. Is this their spot where they'll end up playing if they lose the fight? Or if the fight's not looking too good, is like they play under and lure them into their like lair? Is there mines set up under there actually? No, it doesn't appear. Well, actually, no, there doesn't appear to be mines on it. So I'm guessing the play here is that they're getting close to ults. Jump in, because they'll have ult up to escape with it. Pop ult. They're gonna try to hard force point while Luna ult's still up, and they're gonna probably run at their Luna with their back, yeah, with their dive. So using it as more of an engagement tool just to help their magic and the Iron Fist actually get in and do things. Wait, so is this connected? Wait, oh, I get it now. They were gonna break the wall down here. So the wall down here now is broken, and now they put a web here. So it'll go up the web and it will come up here because it doesn't have to be connected. It can be close. Oh, so this is what they were going to go for the long game setup. They put it down here in this corner because they weren't going to come down here and break it. But like eventually as the wall breaks and as the fight goes on, I see the vision now. I see the vision. Now this is here to connect. It doesn't have to be technically touching. Now mines are going to be hidden here and the spider bots will attack. Wow. They actually have multiple mine spots. They had one further up. Now they have one there. And I believe they are getting hit by spider bots up there. Or at least they should, or at least that's what they're going for. Oh yeah, that's just a Punisher roll. Oh, survives actually. Gets eyed. Yeah, not much you're gonna do about that one. So someone's forcing cart right now. Yeah, so their dive forced point, forced to draw them away, and then they hard push with that. Definitely a lot of calming going on in this game, I feel like. Playing the high ground makes it a little bit harder for them to hit you. Gamers don't look up as much. Smart sitting up on that corner there. Gives them a lot of space and also gives them good sight lines, and they can drop down super easily if they get pressured. Because you cannot take too much frontline damage on Penny. You'll just explode. But they're winning the fight here, so don't have to worry too much. Oh, now you gotta wait 19 minutes. Good luck. Probably gonna just keep trying to, oh, never mind, they got their own Luna ult. So because all the Luna ults are going off and there's nothing you can do, actually jumps up to go kill the rocket res. Good heads up play there. Nothing else was gonna happen anyways till it's over. Still holds their ult. I'm assuming ult's mostly gonna be used here as like a second life tool, and then they finally cap. So they're gonna go set up in that same spot again? No, new spot. More standard, I think that spot would be. That corner. Maybe the spider mines weren't reaching last time. Peni DPS, they kind of do play it like a DPS. My God, that just did so much damage right there. Plays under, forces them to drop down and actually fight you. They don't have many mines right now because they're still off cooldown, but they're trying to slowly build up a little nest to actually make them go boom. Little trap, and this positioning is so smart because like normally you have tanks that what they hold the space up here, you hold stairs, you hold underneath here, and so in a traditional comp, like if they were playing Hela, Punisher, Bucky, right, they would be probably in a lot more dangerous situation because they have to like peek with no tank. But because they're all playing dive, they're playing Psylocke, they're playing Star-Lord, they're playing Iron Fist, right? They can all play pretty much back. Their supports are the only one that are in danger, and they play pretty safe. And he plays under here, so that forces them to drop and fight, because their supports are going to sit up top. So, like, their supports aren't going to drop and do damage, so it's all up to their DPS and their tank to actually shoot them. But they're also trying to deal with the other threats, so everyone's just kind of split. It preys on a ranked game having less communication than, say, like a scrim or a pro match or anyone like coordinated play. So it actually works pretty well here. Running at the Punisher turret, no fucking fear, takes all the damage so his team can shoot him. My goodness. And then they just play really aggressive, chase in. They're gonna cancel the Strange Portal with the web. Beautiful work. Rank 1 Peni. This is in fact the rank 1 Peni. That was a really good round. I do have one more though. So aggressive at the end. Well, they're trying to stop them from TPing to point. Because they won't touch otherwise. So by playing aggressive, you actually stop them from having another fight. It's the correct thing to go for. All right, here we go. Ooh, it's actually hybrid too. Tell me someone runs into that.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Nobody does. I can't tell you how many even rank 1 lobbies. Actually, in our fucking tournament matches, Wanted died right here to the out of spawn Peni mines in our tournament match. If you don't know about the TikTok spot for this, yeah, it's something. So even at the highest level, people still put their mines up. Now, I'm assuming what he's gonna end up doing here is breaking this. Yeah, he's gonna end up breaking this whole thing up here. This is what I've seen a lot of the Penis do, is they break this column and they put the mines in here. And then what they end up doing is, he's gonna end up doing it. He's gonna put webs here, and he's gonna put webs here, and then a little bit further down, and this whole hallway just becomes like webs of death, and they can't actually kill the nest because it's in this column. And so they basically just take away the entire high ground from them. Still working on it. He's the only one shooting it, so it might take a while. Actually, he has to give it up because they're already pushing. And that's probably the smartest thing, is just to give it up and just keep fighting, because like it's more worth to do that. Oh, and then it goes back to finishing it. Comes back to help with the Wolverine. Peni, in my experience, is pretty good against Wolverine, but you still got to be careful because he'll still fuck you up. Calls back the webs. Smart call, because they're coming for your ass. Oh my God, hello? Fear, all the fear right now. Setting up traps behind because the Wolverine's chasing like a rabid dog. Holy shit, that was terrifying. Oh God. Yeah, this is just the average tank experience with a Wolverine in the game. But then playing always in their minds, always setting up little traps to f with them, is actually doing tons of, getting tons of value. Because they're not getting the kill. The Wolverine keeps committing for these kills and just taking them on a wild fucking goose chase. Like, if the Captain America and the Wolverine are chasing him around in circles and they don't kill him, they're forcing a 4v5 on point. Like, if his team is winning these fights without him, this is good value. This is great value. And unfortunately goes down. So even though they end up dying there, I think they did more than their job. Same thing here is they put the webs in the corner, make a little bit of a couple traps, and they also extend how far it can go. I think it'll probably reach all the way out here. I think yeah, you can see a spider bot here. I think the spider bot will reach all the way out here, which is crazy. Yeah, really holding this off angle here. Make sure they don't kill the mines. Just being a fucking menace. Yeah, because the only person who can really deal with them is the mag. And you'll notice they actually kind of body block for their Peni nests a lot of time. Like the Peni would rather take damage than have the nest take damage. So they're engaging their backline right now. So I believe they're probably making space on their backline. So because the Wolverine and the Captain America are going in for kills, you're not going to be able to help. Like turning back and shooting them is not going to do anything. You're not killing the Wolverine, you're not killing the Captain America, especially during ult. So the idea is to run in at their backline, either cause pressure, get them annoyed, get some damage in, maybe kill them with some mines, or at least just keep the cart from moving and pressuring them, because they are on triple support, so it's not like too spooky. They don't have like too much damage, but just being a general disruptor. And now I gotta back away though. Actually, no. Chose not to. He's actually went back in. Look at all the mines. Just hucking the mines at their backline right now. It survives through all of it. I think they got Luna ulted, luckily. They always respect the Wolverine though. They'll always run from the Wolverine. That's something that they just do not f with, and I get that. Setting up another trap because they're probably gonna play really aggressive. You see the mag was shooting it because, like, you know, I actually didn't know that it was a bug where you weren't supposed to be able to kill the mines when they're within the webs. So that's something you're gonna have to get used to. So interesting. They always, whenever they're dodging from the Wolverine, they always like use their movement ability, but then like they'll like run up walls and shit if they need to. See, that's why you gotta run from him constantly. He'll just burst you down. But he got separated. That's not really his fault. Drops the Peni mines, try to get back a little quicker. Look at this, dude. That mid-maxes allows him to get back so fast. So mines are up, giving shield, giving health. And also in these types of fights, like, people are not shooting those Peni mines. Even in those things. Oh, he's placing a bunch of mines so when they spawn in, they explode? Holy shit, that was kind of smart. Most useful Peni ult I think I've ever seen. Holy shit. So because of the Atom Reds, they're all going to spawn on it at 100 HP. Just has a bunch of mines there, they just explode. Wait, that was genius. Taking back the high ground from them. That is one thing that Peni is like pretty valuable for there, is being able to go up top and fight them and take it back. Just kind of explodes. Does get a kill with the trap. So like all of these pre-traps are actually getting huge value, and that's just where the power is. That's where Peni's power is. It's like holding space or holding a spot and then just hoping that they walk into your mines that explode. Oh god. God, Wolverine is terrifying. Doesn't get anybody though, luckily. Just playing kind of slow. Doesn't have any mines or anything up right now. Oh, he jumps in. Jumps in and then pops ults just to f with them. I think they're probably gonna still lose this fight. Their backline a bunch. Yeah, like they have to put attention on him. Keeps him from shooting their front line for a minute. Gets away, gets a health pack. Uh-oh, here comes Wolverine again. Yeah, it might be cooked. Yeah. The Wolverine's doing a great job of hunting this Peni down, but he's making it real difficult. It's taking a long time. He has to commit all of his cooldowns. He has to commit all of his time. And so even though it's like not ideal to have to deal with the Wolverine all the time like that, he's getting lots of value. And also these rollouts, like genuinely getting that rollout of the Peni mines and spawn plus the F, then F again, then putting mines again, and the speed boost on the webs is what's allowing them to stall this for so long. Because they're also on triple support on the enemy team, so the triple support doesn't do as much damage, and so he's able to stall out way harder. Drops more mines. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay, it might be cooked now, actually. Yeah, might be cooked. No way he gets back again, right? Oh my god, they have Luna ult. Oh my god, he's gonna make it back again. Oh my god, he's gonna make it back again. Oh my god, he's gonna make it back again. Holy mother of f***. We're back again for like the 19th day. Holy shit. Between the rollouts, the Luna ults, the Invisible Woman ults, the speed of coming back, they're f***ing with their backline again. And they died, but they had to get another round of support all up. Okay, they finally capped. But Jesus Christ! I don't think they're gonna be able to play aggressive here. They're gonna have to play a little bit further back. Unless the Magneto goes. Yeah, because Peni Penny can't sustain in open spaces like this. So even though it peeks out a little bit right there, has to play more safe. Just poke here a little bit. Try to keep the Magneto from getting kidnapped. Just shoot the Namor squids. Just being a general menace. And if the Wolverine commits really hard, like right there, maybe the mines would kill him. Survives, pops ult. And now everyone just runs around in circles for a while. There's nobody dying for a bit. Never mind, the Wolverine ran into the fucking traps from earlier. Holy shit. Captain America almost just exploded because they also ran into the mines. They just take like every 10 seconds or so, they just take a few seconds and just spam a bunch of mines on one spot and hope it gets somebody. And it works. Mag takes more damage. Mag goes down. It's a trade, but it's a good trade. There you go. They hold. Keeps webbing the Wolverine every time he comes in. He's baiting him. He's trying to get him to explode. Holy shit, he got him actually. He got him, he popped the passive. My guy is playing with his life right now. Holy shit. The Wolverine gives up. Wow, he actually gets the Wolverine to leave him alone. That's crazy. But then almost had an actual Penny moment where you just get headshot 3 times in a row by the Atom. So they don't play Penny a lot the way a lot of people play Penny, where they play like with their team and try to play anti-dive, you know. They're just off angle. They play their own solo minigame all the time. You don't have to really be scared of Cap here, because I think they out-damage him. Oh, they don't, or not out-damage, out-heal him, but it doesn't out-heal that. So they hit the full oh god, not again. The poor guy's playing a horror game right now. Tries to go for the flank and he's literally sitting there waiting. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's tough. So I think the idea there was to try to put the back line, try to put some pressure on them like he's been kind of doing with the flanks, but the Wolverine was literally camping, waiting. So can't really do much there. So yeah, they frontline right here for a second just to get some poke in, waiting for the team, and you can see how fast the nest dies, and they don't really do a whole lot of damage. Oh, kidnapped again, but they got bubbled. Wait, this might be their timing. They might be able to push on that. They take top, helps the Hela get a kill, jumps in, pops ult, runs at their backline. Their backline can't really do much to stop them because of the healing and the mines and the boops. This is evil. Dude, look at this little tech. This is fucking evil. This is some supervillain tech. Boop, turns around. Boop, turns around. Boop, turns around. They're really good at getting in and out of fights. Like they use tanks so like a Penny like a dive tank. Trying to go in with the magic ult. Goes in, gets the bubble, or not the bubble. Sorry, the spider web. This plays really aggressive with the magic. Dive Penny, and then the magic goes down, so just back away. No point. Again, just like on defense, they're to kind of control this high ground with the mines, camping the health pack with it. But now they're actually off-angling inside the building, because it's more attack of... There it is. That's what they've been looking for this entire game. And don't forget, these are all like really high, one above all, top 500 lobbies, so you're not going to get this kind of play very often. But like, this is why they practice it, this is why they have it set up. They have a bunch of mines. The Wolverine's been hard chasing him, so he's baited it. So he's got the nest set up, he's got the mine set up, the Wolverine comes in, he intentionally walks towards the health pack, like, oh no, don't come kill me. As he pops his E, hits him with the web, and just explodes. Walks back down, goes back up. And this Luna ult ends, it's gonna be big trouble for them. Yep. Second the Luna ult had to back away, it's GR. They just didn't have anyone left. They actually killed the Hela on the Wolverine. That's crazy. Probably gonna sit up here, right? No, actually doesn't. Drops down to fight Cart. Gonna go back for the Atom again? Or just trying to help his backline? I'm surprised he didn't go back for Atom again. Maybe he's waiting to get engaged on by the Wolverine first. Oh no, they're losing the fight. Oh, actually, no, they're not. They're actually flipping it. They're flipping it back again. The Wolverine's won. Runs for the res. Pops some mines on the door there. Is he gonna get a kill with that? Did not, but he got a kill on the Magneto. This poor Adam just getting juggled. Oh, poor guy. This poor Adam, man. And they just like slowly flip positions because he's playing so aggressive going in. Someone hit it.
This is gonna hurt.
Wait, did I just see that right? So he hits him with the web, and does he try to mine him so he doesn't shoot him right away to break it? He does. So he doesn't instantly shoot it to break the web. I don't actually know technically if it breaks the web or if it's just that short. I feel like you just shoot him right away half the time. But tries to immediately mine him. Just gets in the Hella's face. Denies space. Yeah, they're just gonna keep playing aggressive here. Their backline just getting it eaten alive. Yeah, their teams just fell apart by the end. And there you go. The rank 1 Penny Parker. You don't play it like every other tank. It's like a dive tank when you have the right comp, but it's also much more off-angly. It's much more like hiding, much more of like setting up mine traps and hiding around things. And it's impressive. It's impressive to hit top 500, hit the highest ranks of the game in a character that is widely considered very underpowered, very weak, not very good. So they're always very interesting and fun to watch these types of players because they have to get very creative.